Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is your boy Tanveer Syed, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as all your support in that free way would really help me remain motivated to continue making a variety of different type of videos in this channel, and through the YouTube algorithm would also allow this channel to grow. Now, once again, I wasn't planning on this. I wasn't planning on making another video before the Parasite Eve video, but it seems that cricketing events are happening which I find to be particularly interesting, and where I think I would like to share my 2 cents on the matter, and I think you might find that interesting as well. Today's topic is, however, surrounding West Indies cricket. And by the way, if you want an update on my Parasite Eve video, I have already started writing the script and started to download relevant clips I would like to use in that video. So, in case you haven't heard, this happened a few hours ago as of this recording. The West Indies, two-time former world champions, albeit their last championship came in '79. Still, all that legacy behind them, they are now officially out of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2023, as they have lost to Scotland. 3 losses in a row. First to Zimbabwe, then to the Netherlands, and then to Scotland. And the Scotland loss, people, this was a humiliation. West Indies were all out for 181, and they lost the match by 7 wickets. They did not even bat up until the 45th over. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, look at the scorecard. No batter got even a half century. Okay? And the associate nations, let me just say this about what I have seen of some of their cricket. Good Lord, they have shown and they have proven, and they have essentially slapped the ICC in the face with this, saying that we are playing such high quality cricket. Why are we getting peanuts in the ICC revenue model? Why are you giving the country that is generating the most money, whereas you're giving the countries that don't generate money, who need the money to become profitable, you're giving them peanuts? So, I'm sorry. The ICC, they have been run by idiots for a very long time. Okay, very, very long time, and this is objective reality. Okay, and it's not like I'm gonna lose anything out of by saying this type of thing on YouTube. Like, if you have a problem with it, then it is you guys who really need to recalibrate how you think about things. Anyways, rants aside, so West Indies are out. My topic today is, what can West Indies learn from, let's say, a Bangladesh cricket? Okay, I will not say Zimbabwe cricket, because Zimbabwe cricket, the problem was a bit different. The problem was, a post-Cold War remnant. Okay, where you saw the decolonization happen and whatnot. Yeah, that process was extremely mismanaged and manipulated. Obviously filled with corruption. That's what led to the downfall of Zimbabwe cricket. But now they're coming back up. And let me just give this 2 cents on Zimbabwe cricket as well. Shout out to all of their players who have resurrected or are starting to resurrect Zimbabwe cricket. People, especially in white ball, especially in the ODI format, do not underestimate Zimbabwe. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, Zimbabwe are now a competitive side. They're not as good as Bangladesh at the moment, but they are not a team to be taken lightly by anyone. And Zimbabwe have brought themselves to this level from a point of being the laughing stock of international cricket. So hats off to them. But let's talk about West Indies cricket. Okay. Now, I've been a long follower of Bangladesh cricket. Okay. I've seen them through their downs and ups and downs and ups and whatnot. Okay. Now, Bangladesh cricket in white ball cricket, especially in ODIs, they seem to be a very, very good side. Yes, they lose a match or two here and there, but overall, they're actually very good. Okay. The West Indies, on the other hand, their problem is a little different. They used to be on top of the world. Now they're sinking so low. Instead of asking where the roof on, or rather, where the roof is on this thing, now they're asking where is the floor for our downfall to stop. So it's a bit of a advantage and a disadvantage at the same time. The disadvantage is that I don't recall another team falling this low. So it's a new experience. The advantage is that they have the cumulative knowledge of what made them so great in the first place. Okay. See, when people talk about cricket in the 60s, 70s, 80s, right, a lot of people forget that was the time of the civil rights movement. That was the time where a lot of people of African descent with darker skin had a collective urge to prove the world wrong and prove themselves to be just as competent and equal in every field. West Indies cricket, yes, they had that element to them as well. And despite all the, different islands and nations being represented, that one factor gelled all of them together. This is what I feel. And through this common ground, they put all of their differences aside for the most part. So that type of mentality, I mean, if you don't believe me, ask Viv Richards. Okay, this anti-racist fervor, anti-racist fervor is something that drove him to his levels of greatness. And I've seen that like in the interview, like when he went to England, and he said that no blacks allowed, or no Irish allowed, no Irish and blacks allowed, or something like that. And he said to himself, no, and he said to himself, if you think you're so much better than me based on the color of your skin, then you should be able to cut my ass in cricket. So that type of fervor is not there anymore for some reason. At least that's what I feel. Because the times have changed. That, and obviously the financial incentives. Okay. Like now what talks more is money. So cricket West Indies, yeah, with little money that they have, they need to find a way to generate more money. Okay. And yes, there is some problem of corruption as well. Now, if you've paid historical attention, sorry for the slip up, of world sports, world politics, you name it, in an organization or in an institution, the effects of corruption is felt a lot more when there is very little money compared to when there is sufficient money. Just ponder upon that statement. Like once this video is done, ponder upon that statement. That is somewhat what's happening in West Indies cricket. They don't generate that much money. And that's why the effects of corruption is felt a lot more. Okay. Now what they can learn from Bangladesh cricket. Okay, first of all, say whatever you want about him. Nazmul Hasan Papon Okay, yes, he's had his down moments. Yes, even I had my doubts about him. Okay. However, now that I think about it, now that, like, with my advanced knowledge of psychology, well, not advanced, but, with my slightly above average, I guess, knowledge of human psychology, Nazmul Hassan Papon actually reminds me of one of my bosses here, like where I work. Like, despite all the negativity, he will try to first say the right things, and second, he will try to do the most practical thing as well, shutting out all the unnecessary media noise, unnecessary crowd noise, rather, who are working with insufficient information and form conclusions based on insufficient information. So, through this, you have seen that Bangladesh cricket, through their downs, they have actually started to become a bit more consistent in ODI cricket. So that is a good thing to see, and that is the first thing that is needed. You need not only a good leader, a proactive leader. Well, this is hand in hand. A good leader has to be proactive. A very proactive leader. Okay. Number two, you need financial backing. Okay. And this is part of what the leader of Cricket West Indies should do. They should be vociferous, they should be voracious in terms of looking for the right type of financial opportunities, or the right way on how to generate more money, because when there's more money flowing in the system, everyone wins. Okay, this is why, like, distribution, remember, I didn't say equal distribution, but some distribution is always important, because remember what I said in the beginning, the mal effects of corruption is felt a lot more when there is very little money or no money compared to when there is sufficient money. Okay. Next, look at the Bangladeshi cricket structure. Okay. You have Tamim Iqbal, you have Shakib Al Hasan, you have Mushfiqur Rahim. Okay. You have, or for a long time, you had Mashrafi Mortaza. Okay, for a long time, you had Mahmudullah Riyad. Okay, for a long time, they even carried Alok Kapali. They even carried Muhammad Ashraful. Shahriar Nafiz, I am with him when he says that I will still maintain that I should have been given more opportunities. I'm right with him on that. Shahriar Nafiz should have been given more opportunities. But they had Muhammad Rafiq. Yeah, he missed out on a few years, but still. They had Muhammad Rafiq, they had Abdul Razak. Okay. Amidst these experienced players, you brought up newer players within the system and slowly groomed them, along with a good coaching structure. And like I said, the good coaching structure will become efficient, will become usable. The human resources will become an asset when there is more money in the system. Okay, so through like personal coaching, through like domestic level coaching, international coaching, peer mentoring, these people brought up the younger generation. Okay, like this is why Litin Kumar Das, yeah, he had help from his mentors. I'm certain he had help from his mentors, from different batting coaches. Okay, Nazmul Hussain Shanto. I am a guy, admittedly, I kept calling him Nazmul Hussain tomorrow because he will not perform today. What do you know? His perseverance and everyone else's patience paid off. Now you can't have an ODI side without Nazmul Hussain Shanto. So he had a lot of peer mentoring, he had a lot of coaching, he had a lot of patience shown on him. Okay, then you had the under 19s, Tawhid Ridoy, new guy coming in. Okay, then You have like in terms of the bowlers, you have Mustafizur Rahman. Mustafizur Rahman debuted when Mortaza was still playing. Rubal Hussain debuted when Mortaza was still playing. Then who else do you have? I believe well, Ibadat Hussain a bit towards the end, I guess. But yes, you have like now you have Mustafizur Rahman, you have Ibadat Hussain, then Hassan Mahmood, then you have Shoriful Islam as well. So you see, are there are experienced players to groom the younger generation. Something like this should have already happened in West Indies cricket. Like, I'm not happy with the level. Legends such as Chris Gale, such as especially Brian Lara, okay? I would like my personal favorite left-handed batsman of all time, Brian Lara. Like in terms of overall talent, at least in red ball cricket, what I have seen, I will still say that the greatest left-handed batsman I have seen is Kumar Sangakkara. But my personal favorite is Brian Lara. Okay, Brian Lara, why don't you use him as a permanent resource for West Indies cricket to groom up the younger players? Ramnaresh Sarwan, why don't you use him? Okay, like, and what happened to, and here's like, I have some deficiency knowledge as well. You had some players, you had like Fidel Edwards, you had Tino Best. Tino Best was still playing, up until a few years ago. And I think even Fidel Edwards, then Jerome Taylor, you had Pedro Collins, you had Corey Collimore. Corey Collimore is like, honestly, he reminded me of Courtney Walsh. And even Courtney Walsh, like, he's not doing commentary. And like part-time commentary, if I'm not mistaken. Even Curtly Ambrose. I've heard Curtly Ambrose do commentary now. I'm like, yo, why aren't they part of the coaching structure in West Indies cricket? Why aren't they part of the mentoring group in West Indies cricket? Even the new ones that are coming in, you have Shamar Brooks, you have Kyle Myers. These are new. Like, where are your more experienced batters? Like, yeah, what happened with Johnston Charles is a bit strange. But let's say when you had Ramnaresh Sarwan over there, okay, why wasn't he used as a player to groom the up and comers? Okay, Shivnarayan Chandrapal was playing for a very long time. I think he should have been used a bit more. So now we are faced with a situation where just take the spin department, okay? Just take the spin department. You have Hayden Walsh Jr., very new. You have Jonas Karaya, very new. You have Akil Hussain, very new. You have Gudakesh Moti, very new. Okay? And I believe like half or even 3 out of these 4 names are injured right now. All of these players very new. Where is the more experienced spinner to guide them through the process on how to, bowl spin consistently and with good results in white ball cricket? Like, let's say you have Taijul Islam in Bangladesh cricket. Okay, he's somewhat experienced. Then you have Shakib Al Hasan. These 2 people are being there to give advice, along with Mehdi Hasan Miraz, by the way. Mehdi Hasan Miraz, like, he is now, a permanent stay. So he's now almost like a frontline, right arm spinner. They're giving advice to Nasu Muhammad, to like, other spinners who come in. I believe Nazmul Islam, Opu, if he ever comes back, they're giving guidance to the new up and comers. See, this is why, like, when Shoriful Islam is bowling, right, and he starts messing up, a lot of times you'll see Mustafizur Rahman walk right up to him and say that, no, don't do this, don't do this, do this, do this. You'll see Taskin Ahmed, who's now, like, the spearhead of Bangladeshi fast bowling. say that don't do this, like, grooming him, giving him advice. I think that factor is lacking. Like, people were talking about Ravi Rampal. What happened to Ravi Rampal? Why isn't he playing? I thought, like, if you must know, Ravi Rampal, I thought, is a faster version of Murtaza, because both of them, they have a brain, they have a cricketing brain on how to bowl intelligently fast balls. Okay, how to fast ball with some tactics and a strategy, instead of just, like, bowling as fast as you can and wishing for the best to happen. I mean, Alzari Joseph is now a permanent stay, but I think he needs someone else to help him out as well, with the mentoring. And yeah, the final thing that is required is, like, more cricket and patience. The West Indies fans need to be patient with them, okay? Because I believe Darren Sammy or Shea Hope, one of them, they mentioned this, that you guys are feeling bad. You don't know how bad we're feeling in the dressing room. Is that I am certain no one feels worse than us in the dressing room right now. So be patient. I have seen Bangladesh go through this phase as well in 2008, 2009, like up until 2014, where, like, yeah, we used to win occasionally, but we had down times where we lost to Afghanistan in a Asia Cup. I believe T20 we lost. I think we might have lost to Hong Kong. So we have been through this. The way out of this is a lot of good strategic moves coming together, coalescing, and simultaneously taking place and congealing, rather, into an overall positive effect. All right, those are my 2 cents on this whole situation. What West Indies can learn from Bangladesh cricket. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please do hit that like, subscribe button, and share this with anyone who you think might find it interesting or would have something to say. This is your boy Tanveer Saad, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.